Hello and welcome to Development Days. Today we are going to understand string. As you all know, string is a basic concept of any programming language. So I hope you have already gone through the string concept. So here I will highlight you some basic points whichever required for the solving the question of data structure and algorithm. First, what you need to know is that string is arrays of character. Arrays of character is known as string. So string is basically as an array. If you are comfortable into the arrays, if you are able to solve maximum questions based on arrays, then you are 70% crossed the string concepts. So each and everything whichever will come into the string is already came into the arrays concept. So I request you all to please acquire all the knowledge based on arrays whichever required for you understanding the string concepts. Do not rush for solving many questions. Solve particular questions and be precise to it. Just try many variations into that questions. Just like a question which is given how to reverse an array. Try to do variations into it. Try to solve many questions with the variations. Try to create your own variations for that particular string. So again next bullet point is string is immutable in nature. What is immutable means? Immutable means a object which has been given a value, that value cannot be modified further. Let's suppose I have given you a value. Let's suppose I have given you a name as development. So if you are trying to modify that particular value and that modification is just like development days, so it will not be modified with that particular object because that object is strictly holding that particular value, and if you are forcing it to replace that value, then only it can be modified, and if you are replacing that particular value, then development will be missed out. This is all the concept which was related to immutable. So I hope if you have gone through the string concept, you have gone through all these basic concepts which were used and which are follows the strings basic. Let me give you one basic understanding and one basic program for the string. If you have already done arrays, then surely you are going to solve this particular question by your own. How to reverse an array or string? So if you want to solve a question based on array, then what you need to follow? What we have to do here? We have to do reversal of an array. Let's suppose this is an array. This is an array, and you are having some characters into it. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 total. 6 length of this array is 6, and you want to reverse it. What the reversal will be? G N I R T S. Here what you have to do into the development, what you require to do, what you are thinking. How you got to know that this string will be reversed and it will be become like this. If you know how it became this, then your half of the problem is solved and you are going to get the answer. Right? There are many n number of brute force way you can use to solve this particular question, and you need to get again and again you need to get this particular output. If let's suppose I am changing the input, your output should be correct. If you are getting a correct output by hook or crook, that is called a brute force method. Okay. Now let me give you two approach: recursive way and iterative way. What is recursive way and iterative way? Recursive and iterative way is like, for iteratively you need to swap particular element, or you need to create one new array of the same length, and you put the value from the end position and again decreasing this end pointer and placing the value into this particular array. This is what you can do. First thing. Second thing, what you can do, it is also an iterative way. You are using an for loop, and with the help of for loop, the length value you are at this position. You are considering you are at this position, and again you are decrementing this particular pointing and printing the particular value at particular index. Let's suppose I am printing the value here at the last index value I am printing overhead. So what will be printed? G will be printed over here. So this is the first way through which you can get your desired output. Second way, you can use while loop also. There are n number of ways. You can try whatever way you like. So second way, let's suppose you have taken one temp variable and you have checked the one basic condition. What is the basic condition? Let me explain you the what is the basic condition over here. Let me give you 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By swapping, because in arrays swapping is very much important concept. Let's suppose I want to swap this value to this. S will be swapped to G, T will be swapped to N, R will be swapped to I. So how we got to know that here we have to stop? How you got to know? Because once you are coming from this way and you are coming from this way, so these two arrows should not cross to each other. So how we will get to know that? We will get to know that if our start, let's suppose this is start and this is end. If our start is always less than E, start is always less than E, then this means you are not crossing this location. Because if you are incrementing this start and it came to 3 and this decremented value will came to 2 and 3. So 3 is greater than 2 means start is greater than E. So it is failing here, right? So this is what your base condition is. So you should be aware of the base condition. If you are able to find out the base condition, then half of your problem is solved. So I am taking this base condition into the while loop. While loop, why we have taken the base condition? You are aware of that? Okay. We have taken this base condition that this should not cross each other. Now what I have to do? I have to take one temporary variable, and into that temporary variable first we need to place this value. Why? Because we need to swap. So how we will do that? Temporary is equal to array of start. Then array of start is empty. Now put this array of end into the array of start. Array of start will get the value of array of end. Array of end value will be transferred to this place. Array of start is already transferred to temp. Now array of start is having some value just like G value as per this logic, and this place is empty. So how you will fill this empty place? Array of end will be placed with the temp variable, right? This has been done, but two tasks. Swapping is done, base condition is done. Now incrementing is pending. So what I have to do? I have to increment start value with 1 and decrement at the same time. Decrement is also important. Decrement will be with the 1 value. Done. This will give you the correct output, right? What is this technique called? This technique is called swapping technique. With the help of swapping technique, an iterative way will get you to the solution. Let me give you a recursive way. So this problem can only be solved into the recursion. Why? Because we are doing the same swapping thing again and again. So for this, what you have to do? You have to create one method, and in that method you need to pass array, start and end. If you are passing this value, then what you need to take? Again, you need to take one temp variable. Int temp, let's suppose you have taken. Now what you need to check? What base condition you need to check? Base condition is start should be greater than end. If start is greater than end, what is this means? This means you have to return your value. That means you do not have to perform any operation. This is void. That means you are returning, and this particular condition is your base condition now. Earlier this was your base condition because you do not want this to pass, these two arrows to pass each other. But now what you need to check? You need to check if this has already passed. If this has already passed, then return. If it has not passed, then go to the further and do the swapping. What is swapping? Swapping is the same technique like this, right? Here we are not doing this particular because this is only the swapping technique. Now, if your base condition has not passed, then you need to follow the swapping technique. And then what you need to do? Again, for recursion, we need to call method itself. So then you need to do method array, sorry for writing, array start plus 1, comma and minus 1, right? This will do. This will follow the arrays concept. Arrow, it will increment the string start and decrement the end. This is what you are going to do. This is the recursive way you are going to follow. So I have told you two iterative way and one recursive way. So you need to follow each and everything by your own. How you are going to do that? Let me show you that with the example, the code written over here, right? You can see I have taken one temp variable, then the base condition. How this base condition has been derived? string 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what I am going to do? Start is less than end 0. We are at this location. 0 is less than 5. Correct? The 0 is less than 5. Correct? Now temp, it will be into temp. S will be into temp. And array of start will be into temp. Then in array of start, we need to put array of end. G will be placed over here. Now G is empty. So place this at this location. You need to place this temp variable. Now S has been placed over this. Again, what you need to do is start, increment. So our arrow will come to this place, and decrement. Our arrow will come to this place. Again, T will be into the temp, and this N will be placed over this place, and T will be placed to this place. Likewise, R will be, this pointer has been increased, and here pointer has been decreased. Now again, this condition is failing, passing. Okay. Now what I have to do? R should be into temp. I should be at this location. I should be here. Then we need to take R, and R should be placed over here. So this pointer will come to the here, and this pointer will come to here. Now the pointer has crossed each other. That means start. What is the start value? It is 3. What is the end value? It is 2. Right? Start, which is 3, is less than 2. False. That means this condition is failing. So you have already got your desired output. You can see your desired output is written over there. Same with this particular program also. Let me derive with this string, string, string. What you need to do? You need to take one temp. If start, what is your start? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's suppose your start is here, your end is here. Start, which is 0, is greater than equal to 5. True. Right? No. Got my point? This is your base condition. 0, this value should be greater than this end value. Then only your base condition will pass. And if your base condition will pass, then you have to return it. Otherwise, you have to follow this swapping technique. And then if your swapping technique is done, then again pass this value, pass a new value with the same array to this again, this method. This is the recursive way. This was all about the recursion. Let me explain you once again what exactly we have understood till now. Array is a character of string is known as character of arrays. String is immutable. Once created, cannot be modified. How to reverse an array or a string? How you can do this? One is recursive way. You can try to write your code or write a code with your own. I have explained you the basic concept. An iterative way. There are two types I have explained you. Try to do it few more times, 3 or 4 times, just like 3 or 4 ways. There are n number of ways through which you can do this. So if you are doing like multiple ways, then your concept, you will get a clear concept for this. You will get to understand each and everything there itself. So for in today's lecture, it was basic related to string and how to reverse an array or string. This was the current scenario. In the very next lecture, we are going to understand some more programs related to string. Thank you and have a nice day.